Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Sandeep, and I am the host for the today's session on profitable e-commerce shipping strategies for 2021. So today we have Mr. Vikas Garg. He is the founder of Shipway, and we have Mr. Parinay Iktan. He's the co-founder and CEO of Shipway. So I would like to ask questions on Shipway and Shiplite, or how we can go ahead with some great shipping strategy on for 2021. So let's start with Vikas, Mr. Vikas. So you can help with like what is your journey with Shipway, and tell us our audience something about Shipway.
Thanks, Sandeep. So, hello everyone. Thanks for joining the session, first of all. And regarding Shipway journey, we have started in 2015, and from day one, our planning is uh, to empower the e-commerce businesses through technology. And we have started with our like branded tracking pages and some of the customer experience related things with Shipway.in. And later on, we have launched end-to-end things with easyslips.com. Um, so currently, we are very proud to say like we have more than 10,000 plus e-commerce brands who are using our services throughout the globe, and we have integrated with more than 500 plus couriers uh, for uh, for our services. And if I'm talking a bit more about Shipway, so we are solving multiple problems of back-end operations as well as customer experience that most of the brands required. Like lots of brands require like Amazon like experience. Most of the brands are hiring lots of resources to ship only hundreds of orders on daily basis. So we are trying to resolve those type of problem, and that is our key areas. Yes, Sandeep, please.
That's great. That's great. That's really helpful. So, Parina, you can also introduce about Shiplite, like how your journey is being with Shiplite, and how you're providing some kind of services to your audience or to the
Sure,
customer.
sure, sure. Thank you, Sandeep. Thank you, Vikas. Hi, good evening, everyone, all the attendees and participants. I am Parinay Khan, founder and COO for Shipway. Uh, okay, I see a comment that some people want us to speak in Hindi. So, what we'll do is, because we understand जो participants है, they'll be from multiple parts of the country. We will keep it in a fluid language, mix of
I
Hindi and
think
English.
English should be
Yeah,
better,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
So, by way of introduction, Shiplite is basically an aggregator. हम essentially क्या करते हैं कि multiple couriers को एक platform पे provide करते हैं without having the need to tie up with multiple courier partners. You get access to close to 7, 8 national courier partners across the country in different kinds of shipping modes in an integrated environment जहाँ पे आप अपने वेबसाइट के बैकएंड को चाहे वो शॉपिफाई पे है या वो कॉमर्स पे या ओपन कार्ट पे या किसी ऐसे प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप उनको कनेक्ट करके अपने पूरे लॉजिस्टिक्स प्रोसेस को ऑटोमेट कर सकते हैं. यू कैन ऑटोमेट द एंटायर लॉजिस्टिक्स प्रोसेस and thereby reduce a lot of operational cost and time cost. So this is what we do. We aggregate carriers, bring them on a single platform, and provide a holistic view of all your shipments. We've been doing this for the past 5 years. Matter of fact, November was our 5th year anniversary month. Right now, we're working with close to 15,000 SMEs across India, and we've delivered millions of shipments in this past 5 years. A lot of these have been very happy and successful sellers. We have seen growth journeys because now sellers get a lot of sellers have come back to us, told us that they get more time to focus on the core business and invest less time in managing logistics, managing direct carriers. So we hope that we keep on doing this journey. And today we are here to address some and talk about some profitable shipping uh, fundamentals, fundas, and just do a little one-on-one feedback session with our sellers.
That's great. That's great.
Thank you, Sandeep. That's it.
So, Mr. Vikas, so there is a question from my side, as I'm more curious to know, like as you are working with multiple e-commerce businesses, so what are the trends that you are feeling corresponding to the orders in last few months?
Okay, so if we are talking about the trends, like majorly, like if I'm talking about post-COVID or post-lockdown, mainly, so the trends is changing a bit. Like first of all, like retail businesses are accepting the e-commerce nowadays. Like, everyone want to come online with their D2C brands, so we are getting lots of queries for the retail brands. So that is the first thing as of now I want to share. Second, the existing e-commerce for existing e-commerce users, the order volume is growing. Like it's around 1.2 to 1.5 times if we are talking about but in this, like order volumes are growing, but the spending power is also reducing. Like if a customer is spending around 1,000 rupees pre-lockdown, now the customer is spending around 600 to 700 rupees. The same customer. That is one of the main trend we are like seeing in nowadays. Order volume is growing and spending power is going a bit down. Also, like repeated purchases are growing because like no one wants to, most of the like users do not want to go to retail market, and they are trying to purchase from online. So these are some of the trends that we are like seeing when we are analyzing our data. These are some of the things I want to address. Yes.
Understood, understood. Thanks, Vikas. So, Parina, then if I talk about the trends in COD and prepaid shipping, so what do you suggest? Like you seen
That's a very relevant question, Sandeep. So, pre-COVID, the trends were so what we've noticed on the shipments being processed by actual shippers on Shipway platform, uh, there was a higher ratio of COD shipping. Whereas post-COVID, especially in the starting months of when the lockdown restrictions started lifting, August and September में थोड़ा COD का percentage dip हुआ था.
okay.
Prepaid was a lot more higher, but now the market is starting to normalize, wherein if the COD used to be let's say 70% for any website, now it's down to 55 or 60%. So there is a definitive 10% change in the orders. And I think as an e-commerce business, all businesses should strive also to get more prepaid orders, because then the deliverability is higher, and the cost, obviously the cost of logistics is lower, there are lesser returns. So prepaid more or less is a profitable business, so this is a good change.
Okay. And when I talk about Shiplite, how Shiplite is managing the COD shipping options, or how Shiplite is managing basically the COD shipping payments or that thing.
So Sandeep, the process for COD shipping is very simple. It's more or less as per what the industry standards are. uh, what we when we talk about COD shipping, I would like to address the delivery ratios.
Okay.
So COD shipping has always been a problematic industry, problem for the entire industry. And जितने भी sellers होते हैं, they always get a complaint कि return rate बहुत ज़्यादा है. Some sellers go about having a return rate about 25%, 30%, which is not normal. So we expect the return rate to be somewhere around 20%, 22%. And depending on the category, fashion apparel, obviously fashion apparel में थोड़ा return rate ज़्यादा होता है. So I always have noticed that there are very simple 3 or 4 pointers which can be pillars to reducing COD return rates. First of all is a basic COD confirmation. बहुत सारे sellers होते हैं जो अपना COD confirmation
Right.
नहीं करते हैं. So
Right.
when you receive an order without even confirming, I think Shipway or Easy Slips has a tool such as and there are multiple more tools also. Shipway का काफी अच्छा है, मैंने देखा है, which has a tool wherein you can simply do an COD confirmation on an OTP or an SMS. और अगर आपको कोई tool नहीं use करना, then you can have just a very simple number verification process, ताकि at least जब आप अपना शिपमेंट अपना ऑर्डर डिस्पैच करने से पहले यू हैव सम सॉर्ट ऑफ कंफर्मेशन कि आपके सदर का एड्रेस सही है. सॉरी आपके कंसाइनी का एड्रेस सही है या नहीं है, डिटेल्स जो है, क्या उनका ऑर्डर जो था, क्योंकि मोस्ट ऑफ ई कॉमर्स इज इम्पल्स बाइंग,
Right.
तो वो क्या इम्पल्स में सीओडी ऑर्डर एक्सेप्ट करेंगे नहीं करेंगे. देन ऑल्सो वी नीड टू बी वेरी श्योर that the label is very clear, the product name, the SKU being printed is very clear. So when the packet reaches the doorstep of your consignee, उनको ये जरूर पता हो कि let's say I ordered a t-shirt,
Right.
I go on a website, I order a black t-shirt. Now if your product SKU is only t-shirt, कंसाइनी के थोड़े थॉट्स आते हैं डबल कि ये टी शर्ट ठीक आया नहीं आया है, कलर मैंने चूज सही किया नहीं किया है, साइज मैंने एम ऑर्डर किया था, एल तो नहीं आ गया, एस तो नहीं आ गया. सो वी सी दीज केसेस एंड a lot of returns and reverse also because of these cases. So SKU labeling has to be very clear. Third and foremost is customer experience. I think for which और consumer interaction से जो हमारा customer experience आता है, I think all of these companies or Shipway and us, we are very focused on improvising the end customer experience as well, along with the seller experience. That customer experience, how, you know, just by simply sending a tracking SMS, just by keeping your customer informed that the shipment is on its way and is coming to you, is coming to your doorstep, so they can expect when to deliver. So these are some things that Sandeep I suggest, and some of it we do also. Then this is how to increase deliverability. How to manage return rates is be proactive when it comes to escalating to your courier partners, if it's us or if it's another courier, if it's another aggregator. And first and foremost, do fill your India reports जो आपके पास daily on delivery का आता है. That analysis helps a lot. That putting in a reattempt, simple reattempt remark helps a lot. Your shipments get reattempted. We've seen a typical 5 to 8% difference in shippers who are very active on the NDR and escalations, having a better delivery rate compared to shippers who do not. So that is my 2 cents.
Thanks for
Over
it.
to you, Vikas.
So because as Parinay told कि Shipway के पास like Shipway is handling some COD suspicious orders before shipping. तो आप एक बार describe कर सकते हैं या आप एक बार insights दे सकते हैं attendees को कि कैसे Shipway help करता है like before shipping कैसे COD orders को हम confirm कर सकते हैं या क्या क्या way है जिसके थ्रू जो COD fake orders है वो थोड़ा सा minimize हो सके.
Second thing, like we are providing the fraud detection, like आपका phone number incorrect है, आपका address incorrect है through auto intelligence, that we are providing. In case of NDR, like Pranay ने जैसे mention किया, NDRs are like NDR में multiple reasons है. Customer ने check किया box के ऊपर, उस पे SKU mention नहीं है, product name mention नहीं है, तो that is one of the reason. Second thing is अगर like customer available नहीं है घर पे, so we are sending an SMS to customer कि do you want real time delivery और वो कब चाहते हो. If you are not available for next 2 days, आप out of station हो, तो when do you want delivery? जैसे customer बोल सकता है कि I want delivery after 5 days, तो customer जो 5 days करेगा उसमें पैनल में मैसेज में लिखेगा, वो हम डायरेक्टली कोरियर के पास पुश बैक करते हैं उसको. So in that case आपके RTOs भी कम होते हैं. So I am mentioning all these things क्योंकि किसी ने चैट में ये क्वेश्चन पूछा है कि RTOs और ये हम कैसे कम कर सकते हैं. So these are some of the key strategies we are doing. So either like you are working with Shipway or you are working with Shopify, Magento, कोई भी platform के ऊपर हो, so we have integrated most of them. So these are the services we are providing. जिससे we are focusing on technology के through आपका business कैसे profitable हो सकता है, कैसे आपके RTOs कम हो सकते हैं, कैसे आपके returns कम हो सकते हैं, customer experience better कैसे करोगे, आप as a brand कैसे launch कर सकते हो, अगर आप ऑलरेडी मार्केट में हो, आपको कंपटीशन को कैसे बीट कर सकते हो. दैट वी आर मोर फोकसिंग ऑन. Yes, Sandeep, so please continue. You can ask.
Okay, so also I like we just want to know how to evaluate which courier is performing good or bad, pin code wise before shipping.
So this is for me.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously, like if we are talking about profitable strategies, and that is obviously one of the another thing you need to evaluate. Like कि अगर आपको शिप करना है, तो कोई ऑर्डर आ गया आपके पास, लेट्स से वेस्ट बंगाल का आ गया, कोलकाता का आ गया, सो वहां पे कौन सा कोरियर अच्छा परफॉर्म करता है, जैसे साउथ का कोई कोरियर आ गया तो वहां पे कौन सा अच्छा, श्री मारुति कोरियर में परफॉर्म बेटर देन डिलीवरी ओवर देयर, तो आपको ये कैसे पता लगेगा? So we will provide analytics on that also, and obviously Shipway will also provide that type of reports कि आप region wise आप उसको check कर सकते हो कि आप like कौन सा courier आपके लिए best performing है उस pin code के ऊपर. So we will provide you recommendations. So जिससे कि आप before shipping ये decision ले सकते हो कि किस courier को मैं अपना पैकेट हैंड ओवर करूँ. एंड इसको आपको ऑब्वियसली ये ना दैट इज चेंजिंग टाइम टू टाइम. अगर आपने एक रूल सेट किया हुआ है पिन कोड्स का, सो दैट इज ऑब्वियसली डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर कैटेगरी टू कैटेगरी. इफ यू आर वर्किंग इन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स दैट इज डिफरेंट delivery ratio for that pin code. If you are working on electronics that is different, so you need to keep checking, keep updating that report on monthly basis as per me.
Okay, okay,
Yes,
thanks.
Sandeep.
Okay, so right now I'm launching a poll question. So I think let's see what is the response from our attendees.
Okay.
So the question is, what is your RTO percentage? So there are like 5 options. So there is 35% who answered 0 to 5%, but what I saw is 33% is also, that is more than 15%. So anyone, if Parime or Mr. Vikas can tell कि like 3-4 पॉइंट में अगर हम बोल सकते हैं कि these are the strategy to like that will help us to reduce the RTO percentage that is more than 15%. अगर हम उसको I think 10% से भी नीचे लाते हैं तो I think that will be a great strategy for 2021. Anyone if they can
I think
summarize.
Sandeep, we just answered this question, both of us,
Yes, right, that's what
in
I'm
the
saying.
previous
You
questions.
all
Yeah.
answered, so एक बार आप
Yeah. So we'll
summarize
just,
कर लीजिए so that कि एक बार वो mind में रह जाए कि ये चीजें हमें follow करना
yeah.
चाहिए.
Yeah. So okay, I'll try to quickly summarize. If I miss
Yes,
out, I think
yes.
Vikas will add on to it. So first of all, जो भी आपका NDR आता है जिस भी courier से, उस पे active response. Then in my view, correct labeling on the product is very important. So the customer is always aware that what product they have received, if in case it's a fashion or apparel, what size of product, what color of product they've received. Then proactive communication with the customer during the shipping journey. And even before all of this, COD confirmation with the buyer that they've placed an order, and take some minor details about the address, about the order value, about the product that they've ordered. So they're always aware कि जो उन्होंने प्रोडक्ट ऑर्डर करा है वो ठीक है, आपने कंफर्म करा है. एंड देन यू ऑल्सो गेट एन आइडिया कि आपने जो उन्होंने जो एड्रेस टाइप इन किया है पिन कोड के साथ वो भी थोड़ा ठीक है. सो करेक्ट इनकरेक्ट एड्रेस की वजह से कोई रिटर्न आने का स्कोप आपका कम हो जाता है. विकास प्लीज फील फ्री टू ऐड.
Yes, people. So last almost everything we have discussed, but I want to add two more things. One is like you can also check the customer previous history. Like उस customer का previous track record क्या है आपके साथ. Like अगर वो customer आपकी site पे 10 ऑर्डर प्लेस कर चुका, उसमें से 6 ऑर्डर्स RTO पहले भी वो कर चुका, 6 या 7 ऑर्डर, तो इन दैट केस आप उसको शिप ना करो, उस कस्टमर को कॉल करके उसको बोलो कि लाइक यू नीड टू प्रीपे, मतलब आपको पे करना पड़ेगा तभी हम शिप करेंगे इसके लिए. सो और यू कैन रिस्ट्रिक्ट दैट कस्टमर ऑन योर चेकआउट आल्सो कि आपको सीओडी का ऑप्शन ही हटा देना चाहिए. दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द बिग ब्रांड्स आर डूइंग दिस टाइप ऑफ थिंग्स. तो आप उस कस्टमर का प्रीवियस ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड चेक करना चाहिए. and through our systems like through easy slips you can do that type of things. And plus एक और चीज है इसमें कि आप कस्टमर्स को आरटीओ रिड्यूस करने के लिए आप आईवीआर कॉलिंग आप ऑलरेडी कर ही रहे हो, और प्रीवियस उसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड चेक करोगे, यही एक चीज मुझे ऐड करनी है एज ऑफ।
I think that is really helpful for our attendees. So now my question to Parina is how Shiplite is different from other courier companies, or talking about the pricing cost or the shipping cost. So I like shipping cost इसका थोड़ा सा कम है, या जो courier companies है उनके shipping cost कम है, या कैसे आपका work करता है आपका
Even
calculation?
sure. So even before the shipping cost, we've got some minor features that differentiate us on the product level itself. So first of all, we have an automated rate wherein we automated assignment, wherein we give a single price for all carriers, regardless of the carrier. आपको एक ही प्राइस लगता है, and only difference is that our backend algorithm chooses and assigns a courier partner automatically. So I see that a lot of I realize that a lot of sellers have only seen the choice module wherein you get a list of all carriers and their prices. Even apart from that, we have an automation module wherein we charge a single price. Let's say for air, so we give you a single Shipway air pricing, an express pricing, or a surface 1 kg or a 2 kg pricing, and then you get access to all the carriers. There's no change in the carrier assignment, but the only difference is that in a choice module you choose your carrier, and in an automation module we assign a carrier automatically. It's a live assignment, happens on a lot of data algorithms that we run on the backend. The second difference is, Sandeep, that we have the most elaborate priority rules setting amongst aggregators when we talk about. So wherein, so any carrier would give you a priority in terms of कि आप अपना XYZ courier को सबसे ऊपर लगा लीजिए, and आपके जितने भी shipment से पहले उस courier पे sign होंगे, and then fall back जो भी आपने courier priority set करी है. What we have done is, Sandeep, we have a settings page wherein आप अपने कोरियर की कस्टम शिपिंग रूल्स सेट कर, कस्टम शिपिंग एज इन आप हर एक जोन के लिए, हर एक शिपिंग मोड के लिए एक कोरियर प्रेफर्ड कोरियर पार्टनर असाइन कर सकते हैं. सो लेट्स से आई वांट टू शिप टू अ मेट्रो सिटी व्हेन इट इज एन एक्सप्रेस एयर शिपिंग, आई वांट टू यूज ब्लू डार्ट और फेडेक्स. तो मैं वहां पे ब्लू डार्ट या फेडेक्स चूज कर सकता हूँ, लेकिन मुझे आरओआई में लेट्स से डिलीवरी यूज करना है. तो मैं अपने हर एक जोन के हिसाब से, हर एक शिपिंग मोड के हिसाब से, आई कैन सेट अ डिफरेंट कैरियर फॉर एयर, I can set a different carrier for surface shipping. I can set a different carrier when it is a surface bulk shipping, surface 10 kg या 25 kg के modes के लिए मैं अलग set कर सकता हूँ. So this is our choice module USP, wherein different zones can be different carriers can be set across different zones and different shipping weight categories. In terms of pricing, Sandeep, we are pricing more or less. I think the entire market is competing on a similar pricing. What makes a difference is what kind of support we are able to provide. Pricing, everyone more or less has the same. When it comes to pricing, we do not have a subscription. A lot of aggregators charge a subscription fee, so we do not have a subscription. We only have the freight charge component. So that is one major difference on the pricing front.
Okay. So there is a question from Gaurav. So we have so far not been able to find shipping aggregator having highly competitive international shipping rates.
Right.
Companies like DHL, FedEx are providing better rates directly to us.
So, Gaurav, thank you for the question. We are not really very aggressive on the international front, but early 2021, we are introducing multiple international couriers on the platform. So if you could drop us your email, or I'll give you our email address. If you could drop us an email, we can get back to you in that time. And I'm sure that the prices that we'll come out with for all the international shipping services, you will find them competitive.
Okay. So there is a question for Bikas. Like buyer has returned a fake product or a broken product. So how to ensure the quality and save costs on that?
Okay. Okay, so to ensure the quality, so obviously we are a technology platform, but we will I will, as per my experience, I will tell you the solution. So most of the courier partners are providing quality checks while picking up from your customer, and after that they will take that parcel into their warehouse and pack the item. So quality check, like couriers are providing the services. So we have the integration with most of them, and while you can, like in case of return pickups, you can like ask courier to check quality. So this is like a integration part, and courier, that is responsibility of courier, quality check like it is broken or not, it is used or not in case of Apple. So these type of things, if you still face like issue like the item is broken or something, you can claim to courier also.
Okay, okay, thanks. So there is a question from Harish. How many days it takes to reimburse COD amount?
So Renee, I guess.
Assuming that is for
Yeah,
me.
this is for
So,
Harish.
Harish, at Shipway, we have the maximum cycle that we have at Shipway is delivery plus 8 working days. I think the standard timeline, the delivery time, the payment timeline difference is from every courier to every aggregator. You say FedEx ka are a little faster, but then COD services are not that great. Delivery has a similar cycle like us. Uh, with they, I think, remit in 7 days after delivery. We remit in 8 working days after delivery. Then there are some aggregators with different services. So uh, essentially, we've seen a lot of sellers calculate it from the date of shipping, but it is has to be from the date of the product being delivered. So we remit once or twice a week, depending uh, on and from the date of delivery.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I hope that answers the question.
there is a kind of appreciation you can because take it as like after someone typed after we started using Shipway, our NDR is zero for last 3 months. So
Okay,
I think it's great.
obviously. So
Great.
obviously, like adding to that, like after you use like technology, so technology is like solution for everything nowadays. Like couriers are much mature if we are talking about before 2 years and now. So courier is providing most of the APIs, and obviously aggregators like Shipway, they have most of the integrations with integrations with the courier partners, and they are exposing their APIs so that we are consuming them. तो आरटीओस का तो काफी लाइक हेल्प उसमें हम रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं थ्रू टेक्नोलॉजी. और थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द एप्रिसिएशन. एंड एक क्वेश्चन मैं सॉरी संदीप, मैं एक
ये
क्यूएनए में से
होता
पिक
है.
करना चाहूंगा.
Yeah.
सो सो just a minute. So and that is give reasons of delay of shipment. So shipment delay, there are multiple reasons shipments delay होने के, like due to COVID, red alert area, like building block है. So most of the reasons are in northeast areas. So यहाँ पे काफी problems आती हैं, तो उसको like there is no way to reduce those things, but majorly अगर हम customer को proper communications करेंगे तो वो हम रिड्यूस कर सकते हैं. अगर कस्टमर को पता है कि मेरा आज पैकेट आने वाला है घर पे, so also like communications आज की डेट में व्हाट्सएप कम्युनिकेशन इज वेरी हेल्पफुल, लाइक जो हम प्रोवाइड कर रहे हैं करंटली. जितने भी पैकेट्स हैं, अगर कस्टमर के पास अपडेट होगा कि कल को मेरा पैकेट घर पे आने वाला है या आज आने वाला है, तो वो उसकी अवेलेबिलिटी रहेगी, तो शिपमेंट्स का डिले नहीं होगा. डिलीवरी आपकी डिलीवरी परसेंटेजेस आर 15 to 20% more than if you are sending normal SMS and if you are sending WhatsApp SMS. तो यहाँ पे लाइक मतलब हम टेक्नोलॉजी एक पार्ट प्ले करता है इसकी डिले शिपमेंट्स को रिड्यूस करने के लिए. यस संदीप.
Okay. Give me a minute.
ऑल्सो एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है परिणय, लाइक शिपवे और शिपलाइट में डिफरेंस क्या है. तो किसी कस्टमर का है तो लाइक मे बी this question is from Miral Atara. So the
Yeah.
difference between Shipway and Shipway, Shipway is providing you the complete end-to-end courier thing, like courier aggregation part play करता है, जिसमें आपको like most of the pin codes के ऊपर आपको shipping services भी provide होती हैं, ठीक है? And Shipway is only providing the technology experience for you, and Shipway is like if you have integrated with any of the courier partner or with Shiplite, so we will add some top experience on that, like branded tracking pages, COD IVR verification. So these type of services we are providing.
Just to add to that, Mindal, when you sign up with Shiplite, you do not need to have an individual contract with any carrier, with any courier directly.
Correct.
And the only time that you interact with a courier when working with Shiplite is at the time when the uh, pickup boy comes to actually pick the parcel. For all other queries related to shipping issues, COD issues, invoicing issues, or any other technology issues, if you're working with Shiplite, let's say tracking or anything else, you only we are the single point of contact. We're the only point of contact. Uh, Whereas I think Vikas has elaborated that Shipway is more of a technology product, you might still need a courier account and integrate it with your store and the carrier. I hope that answers your question, Mitral.
So there is a question from Sunil. Is Shiplite a deal in international shipping?
Uh, yes, we do have activated international shipping for some carriers, but we are expanding that service in first half of the next year. We can. I'll just put out that this email on the chat right now. So if you have any international shipping queries, you can reach out to us at on crossborder@shiplite.com. I've put an email on the chat. So अगर किसी को भी international shipping related कुछ query है, so whatever we have, we can still offer. And as the service bouquet increases, we'll keep offering more carriers and more options of international shipping also.
Okay, and is there any plan for same day delivery from both Shiplite and Shipway that Benith is asking? So, because right now I think, yeah, same day delivery is kind of cracking deal for us.
Same day delivery, here I'm adding like some of the hyper local partners are providing the same day delivery, but in that case you are limited to within city, or like if you want to cover only Delhi NCR or any metro cities, so same day delivery is available with like a few couriers. Blowhorn is providing, Shadowfax is providing, and you can use them. This is my suggestion.
So we are shortly going live with hyperlocal services in all major metro cities, in 4 or 5 major metro cities with multiple carriers. Uh, Hyperlocal is effectively a higher expensive proposition. So we suggest that whenever you do hyperlocal, that you also avail the charges from shipping charges from the consignee, or at least that the margin is built in for those products. So hopefully by end of December or early January, we will have hyperlocal services activated on the Shipway platform as well. That should help in quicker deliveries, 4 hours or 6 hours delivery on the same day.
Okay. Thanks, Bernie. So right now, I think we can talk about return part. So my from my side, like how to like provide a better return experience for the customer, for the buyer. So anyone can answer if
Sorry, Sandeep, could you repeat the question, please?
return, how to like increase or how to kind of better the return experience को कैसे अच्छा कर सकते हैं, like what are the measures to follow if we talk about from the brand's perspective.
So return is very like key area in e-commerce markets. You need to offer like the returns to your customer from front end. So return, obviously, like if you have 1,000 orders in a day, like you will get return less than 5%. Returns and replacements. So I'm adding replacement also. Returns and replacements are less than 5%. But the key area, problem area is most of the e-commerce companies are doing returns through customer support. Like customer is calling to customer support, and customer support is asking to for the details of the item, or asking for the video or image of the product on the email. After that, they approve the return, and after that they go to courier panel and book a return for the customer. So courier boy will pick up the return. After that, they are asking for bank details to refund. So these are all of the things like currently doing. So this is very much manual work. So return is something very crucial for your e-commerce business. That is part of your experience. Like you need, so all of these things should be done through website. Like if you are going to Amazon or Flipkart, you just go to their return my account page, click on returns, and just after that select the product that you want to return or replace or exchange. Click on that product. Within few clicks, like return has been placed, and from next day courier boy will come up to your doorstep for pickup. So that is a seamless experience to your customer. So that is very important for your customer, and we are providing that experience through technology. So that is very good. So Pranay, if you want to add like what all how many pin codes or something like
Uh,
that.
because in terms of pin codes, we've got close to 17,000 pin codes for reverse shipments.
Great.
And we're adding more carriers to the reverse shipping options. And hopefully, in the next quarter itself, we might be able to get QC enabled reverse also. But that obviously is an expensive proposition again. So, but when we talk about purely customer experience, what we're doing for the customer experience is that we have an option wherein every shipper who has an account with Shipway can by default set up their return number of days, and the page wherein so we send tracking SMSs to all the consignees, all the buyers, and from the same page after the shipment delivery, the consignee can create a return request.
Yes, that's
So the
what.
consignee can just go back to tracking page, create a return request, and that will reflect as an order on the orders page.
Right.
And it is up to the seller to accept or to reject that order, that return request. So, as a buyer experience, you're tracking the shipment from the same page wherein you receive the SMS from.
Right.
And then in case you want to return it, you go back to the same page and you put in your return request. For the seller, it's also easy. They just see the order space that they've received a return request, call and validate, and just in a single click create a reverse shipment.
That is great. So obviously, maybe that is 5% of the April industry returns are coming, but these 5% returns and replacement is like that is more panic than the rest of the 90% of the orders, because like obviously return products you need to reship for the replacement,
Yes.
and everything is manual if you have no processes. So this is more uh, big pain point of every e-commerce company, right? And also like most of the e-commerce companies are not automating these type of things, so they are doing this manually every day, and they did not even think about that. Yes, Sandeep, please.
Okay, so there is a question on poll question on returns. So let's see the response. So I'm launching the poll.
Number of returns.
So how many returns or replacements orders you process monthly?
Okay, number of orders, number of returns.
So 58% are saying less than 30 per month, but actually that is irrespective of the order volume. What I can say is, So,
Sorry, Sandeep,
Parinay, I think there is a question. Yeah, you are saying something, Vikas.
how many? So can you tell me like which is the highest bucket?
58% is 58% are saying less than 30.
Less than
And
30, but that 30 is equivalent to 1,000 orders.
right,
The
right, right.
forward
Absolutely.
1,000 orders, because that is very tough to like parallelly coordinate with your customer as well, parallelly coordinate with courier partner as well, and after that warehouse team to pick up the items, check the quality, and these 30 are very uh, tough thing to reconcile the business end of every year. Yes, Sandeep, please go ahead.
Also, there is 27%. They are saying 100 to 500
Oh,
returns per month.
that is again a very big
Yes,
problem.
yes, yes. And there is like 3 to 4%, and they are saying
For
5 to
the
100.
27% having 100 to 500 reverse orders, return reverse orders, I would really ask everyone to, do a deep analysis on
Right.
why, basically try to do some random calls and why your customer returned the product, because you've already incurred the marketing cost, you've already incurred the packaging cost, the inventory cost. So just check with them what is the reason they did not like the product, why do they want to return, and maybe if you can get on to 4 or 5 reasons or 2 or 3 reasons, then work on resolving those, that what has been the issue, if it was a packaging issue or a dispatch issue or general mismatch expectation of the
And
buyer.
figure out those products like which have highest number of returns.
Yep. Yep.
Yes, Sandeep.
So, Parinay, Rajesh is asking, is there any option to reduce shipping charges?
Okay, so I will like to club this with another question which Manikanda Prabhu has asked, that what are the inputs regarding a free shipping module, as the prices after COVID, the logistic prices have increased after COVID. So the easiest proposition for anyone to reduce the shipping charges is to get more prepaid shipping, prepaid orders. So when you compare freight, it has two components, a freight component and a COD component. Uh, COD, as I see another of our a participant here has mentioned, that Abhishek Gupta has mentioned that the COD shipping charges are high. So basically, it's a value added fee. COD charge in a way is value added fee. So if you get 60% COD orders and 40% prepaid orders, so you're paying an extra COD charge on 60% shipping shipments. But whereas if you look at increasing the prepaid shipping, then you will only be bearing a freight charge and not a COD charge. Even after that, there is a 20%, 18 to 20% return, which directly affects the overall earning of any business, because those 20% shipments will come back undelivered because of courier issues or because of the buyer issues. But for a seller, it is a direct loss that the shipment is not delivered. It's a direct loss of the uh, in marketing cost that they've already incurred, of the packaging, and obviously the inventory gets stuck for a 20 days timeline. So would clubbing this with the free shipping module, I would suggest that have a small COD shipping fee on your website. Do not have a 50 rupee fee, but just a 25 rupees, 30 rupees COD shipping fee for all COD orders. This might impact the COD orders. Additionally, also simultaneously give a discount, a 5% or 10% or a freebie to prepaid orders. So when they check out and they have the option to compare, that if I choose COD, I pay 30 rupees extra. If I choose prepaid, I get a discount. So let's say if it's a 1,000 rupee product, the end cost, and you have a 50 rupee COD shipping charge. So the end product value becomes 1,050. And if you have a 10% discount, so 10% discount on 1,000 would be 900 rupees. So a customer can compare that, if I do a COD and a prepaid, there's a 150 rupee difference that I can get. So they will be more inclined towards placing a prepaid order. Rajesh, if you're only, I see from the Chikranti, who asked the original question, sorry to take much more of time here, is saying that he's getting only prepaid orders. Rajesh, then you need to analyze what category of products you're in, what are the dimensions, and if a higher weight slab of surface shipping can be a very good way to bring down cost. So we have six weight slabs, air express 500, then a surface 500 grams, surface 1 kg, surface 2 kg, 5 kg, 10 kg, so on and so forth, depending on these queries. So if you're, but depending on that, you can, if the weight slabs is an issue, then you can move into a higher weight slab and reduce a price, or at least have a fixed marginal price. That would be all from my end.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for your information. So there is a question for Shipway. Is Shipway integrated into Shiplite? Can a user can a user of Shiplite use Shipway through Shiplite dashboard?
Last, what is the last line?
Can a
Can we
user
use?
use Shipway through Shiplite dashboard?
Okay, so I will tell you. So Shipway is well integrated with Shipwright. We have all of the integration with Shipwright. So obviously, your major thing is like Shipwright. You are shipping the couriers. So we have a solution easyslips.com over there. Like you can use Shipwright courier services directly, and with all of the integrations with the Shipwright, like courier things and all, pickups, manage pickups and all. Plus, if you want to use Shipwright panel, that is also fine. So based for your customer experience type of things, that will be automated through Shipway. So you need not to go to Shipway panel every day. So you need to use Shipwright. And for the additional services, like if you want to send reviews, or for WhatsApp notification, you Shipway can add value over that. Yes.
So there is a question from Raghupat.
Sandeep, yes.
Uh, how Shiplite will compensate for
Yeah,
parcel?
I also wanted to answer that. Yeah. So I see that question. It's on the chart also. So how that we will compensate a parcel? I think you've also posted an anonymous that your manufacturer for supply to retail stores and the shipping value is 10,000. For lost shipments, the reimbursement is 5,000. So, sir, the as per the industry standard, the maximum liability is currently stands at a 5,000 rupee standard, regardless of the invoice value, or a 5,000 rupee or the invoice value, whichever is lower. So that is the maximum liability set in the industry. And uh, regarding the question that we do not have an insurance, so we're shortly coming out with an insurance, is already under testing. So hopefully all registered sellers will be receiving an email on the insurance bit by first week of January. So that should really resolve the query wherein the issue wherein you have a higher value of the product, and but the maximum liability in the industry is limited at a 5,000 rupees. So you, in case of lost shipments, you incur a damage, a loss. So we are already working on resolving that. Hopefully first week of January we will be introducing the insurance also.
So how to reduce the COD returns? So there is a question from VCare.
Sandeep, I think we've answered
Yeah,
COD returns and returns. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, so most of the things are covered in that. Like only like if I want to add something in that, like the notification is the like backbone of any e-commerce. Like you need to keep updated your customer about the things, like where is the actual order is. That also reduce your customer support cost and also reduce your RTOs. Yes, Sandeep. That's. I
okay,
guess time is going
let's
about to finish. Let's
go with our
close
last poll
as soon as
question.
possible.
Sorry, you are asking.
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, Sandeep. Please continue.
So let's go with our
We
last
have only
question.
yes.
So how are you managing your e-commerce back office operations through like manually or using any centralized software or any other third party software? So here the answer is 81% are saying they are managing manually. So what do you suggest, Vikas, on this?
Sorry,
I'm
sorry, what is like?
81% are saying they are managing their back office operations manually.
Okay, so manually is like that is not scalable. Like if you are using manually, so in that case, like you did not scale up. So to start go to automation, or you start using panels of Shipway, start using panels of Easy Slips as soon as possible. That really helps you to scale from small number of orders to big number of orders. Obviously, everything is possible through technology. Like if you are using Tally as accounting software, Tally is also integrated with software. If you are using QuickBooks, that is also integrated. Couriers are providing technology integrations, and there are lots of other technology innovations are in markets that increase your brand value. So my suggestion is go for automation as soon as possible if you want to scale up in coming days.
Sandeep, I just quickly want to take two questions I see from the chat, not from the QAs, from the chat actually. One is from Mr. Raghupati only, that most of the cases where Shipway prioritizes delivery logistics solutions. So, in a choice model, sir, you have the option of choosing a carrier. So, can manually select a carrier for every shipment. So there are no prioritizations there. And there's a question from Vineet regarding providing an option to the consumer to directly submit their reattempt remark along with the landmark or an updated phone number. We have this feature available already on the tracking page. So every, as I've mentioned earlier, we are sending SMSs. I think Shipway also has this feature that when we send out SMSs to your customer, to your end buyer, we put in a landmark. So it's already existed. Uh, if you're a registered seller on Shiplite, please do reach out on support@shiplite.com so the team can help you on how to brand, how to customize the page. So it displays your logo and your customer details, customer support details.
Okay, so अगर और कोई भी question है, you can ask all the attendees. I'm requesting, so you can ask under the Q&A section. So within 5-10 minutes, we'll be closing this session.
Vikas, Sandeep, do you have something to add on to? I think we can talk about in the balance time. We can talk about weight disputes and weight discrepancies. I think there are multiple questions
There
on
are
that.
questions on that, yes.
The multiple questions. So I'll just quickly add that uh, weight disputes and weight discrepancy are the biggest issue in the entire logistics industry, regardless of who you're working with. If you're working with an aggregator or you're working with a carrier partner directly, some sort of weight disputes are bound to happen, bound to creep in. Simply because when we dispatch as a seller, I've been a seller before to Shipway. I've done the processing by my hand, printing and pasting labels. So I, as a seller, understand that when we dispatch the shipments, uh, it's very simple that when the packaging has to be very, uh, very secure, very compact. And when we the shipment in a tamper proof is sent, it's handled, is put it in a bag, then it's put on a sorter. जो packaging के edges होते हैं, those play a very crucial role, and that is the most major reason that we have seen of weight disputes creeping in regardless of the type of product. The uh, size of the tamper proof is the biggest reason of all kinds of weight disputes that come in. We are very actively working on a new weight dispute resolution module, which I feel should resolve the weight dispute queries that we receive at least by a good double-digit percentage. So, and we are always very cautious, and we try to minimize weight disputes by, always. So even if the weight disputes come, if your declarations are correct, weight disputes might still come, but if your declaration is correct, the number of SKU, the type of SKU, the dead weight, and the dimensions, then At Shipway, for sure, we strive and we try our best to deal with the carriers that you're not charged incorrectly.
In case like you need to finalize your packages, like if you have multiple boxes, if obviously if you have like limited number of SKUs, in that case you need to finalize the size of boxes. You can only use 2, 3 or 5 type of boxes and mark like box A, package type A, package type B, C, D, E. In that case, like you will not get these type of discrepancies, and always ship like that SKU with box A and set of second SKUs with box B. In that case, like you will obviously did not get volumetric data, but this is obviously this will resolve your problem from 60 to 70%. Obviously, 30% problem will still be, remain there. So cross check like SKU wise, like how many the same SKU is charging more or less, like you know the weight and everything. So in that case, you need to keep eye on that you are already doing. But the main thing is you can fix the packages, package sizes, box sizes. I hope this helps. Sandeep,
Yes. So
anything else?
any question you want to pick, Parinay, or we can conclude the session right now, I think.
So as of now, like most of the things we have like addressed, and if like audience have any of the question, you can contact us anytime. Please share us our contact details, and so that we can like address offline, as we are running out of time, I guess.
Yes.
So
So
here
we
is our
might have missed
contact
some
details
questions.
on the screen.
Yeah.
You can note it down if anyone wants to contact. So within a day or two, we'll be sharing all the recordings, and if your question got unanswered, so we'll be answering your questions, and we'll be sharing the recordings as well.
You can send us an email to Shipway. This is for Shipway. If we've missed out on any question, you can just put in the subject line as webinar query and send it across to support@shipway.com or info@shipway.com, and I will try to look into as many direct queries as I can. I'll at least have one of the senior managers along with us to look into as many direct queries. So whatever we've missed there, we can cope up for at it at a later stage through emails.
So thank you guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks Parinay. Thanks Vikas. Thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing your insights.